And so what can we do? What kind of message can we give to these young men to prevent them from wasting these really important years that can set them up for success later on in life?
Don't waste your life. You only got one life to live.
Yeah.
Why would you want to waste your life with mama? Mama is the first woman that's in your life to prove whether you got a backbone or you don't.
Break that down.
What I mean by that is, mama is always gonna love you unconditionally. No woman in this world is gonna love you more like your mama.
Yeah.
So for you to be complacent with that kind of love that's holding you back, because she was holding me back. Baby, why you moving? Why you ain't going to school? Why you starting a business? Why don't you just go work a job? Ain't nothing wrong with a job.
Yeah.
But it ain't for me. So when you listen to mama, you never gonna improve. Because what does mama know about a man? Nothing. My mama knew nothing about. My mama she gonna listen to this right now, right? She gonna listen because she watch my channel, right? We talk all the time.
Yeah.
My mama know nothing about a man. She don't know nothing about a man. She raised me to be soft, but I still love my mama. I still got love for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I still
That's real.
respect her.
That's real.
But the moment my mama, this is the coldest game I'm gonna give y'all right now. The moment my mama respected me is when I moved out. When I moved out,
Yeah.
and I got on my own feet.
Yeah.
That's when she respected me as a man. Now, I'm not that little boy no more, mama. Oh, you can say that all you want. You gotta prove it.
Hey, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well over the flock. Shalom and salutation to all you brothers out here pushing the words of truth and sincerity of our power mouth. And as you can see in that title of this video is called Steph Cole Talks Understanding Female Nature. I think the whole video is worth watching, and especially for the young brothers newly coming in. You might be in your 20s, early 20s, late teens. You just starting out. You just getting the hang of this thing past high school, and you in the truth, which is even more of a blessing because I came in this truth myself around 22. And so I'm not sure if I got this out already. All praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, and shalom to all the brothers listening. And so, you know, just going to go over, this is going to be another manhood episode, man, because it's always good and fun to always touch upon some things that help strengthen my mindset since I came into this truth. And in your own solitary walk that you have with the Al Bashim Shah, you're going to find that the more mentally stronger you get, the more faith you're able to build. The more mentally stronger you become, the more integrity you have, and everything revolves around, seems to revolve directly around your growth in mental strength. You know, so let's just get into a few things. You know, this video, once again, has so many gems in it. I suggest brothers go ahead and check it out. They never have. And it's found on all you gotta type in is the roommates or Steph Cole. And so let's bring out this first quote. This is a quote by Frederick Douglass. He says, "The lesson taught at this point by human experience is simply this, that the man who will get up will be helped up, and the man who will not get up will be allowed to stay down. Personal independence is a virtue, and it is the soul of which comes the sturdiest manhood. But there can be no independence without a large share of self-dependence. And this virtue cannot be bestowed. It must be developed from within." Yeah, I appreciate that. And so, as you coming into this truth, man, you know, I'm titling this video, "Cut the Umbilical Cord." You know, something along those lines, because for all the brothers that might have been a mama's boy out there, this is directly for you. All the brothers that still mama's boys, it's directly for you. Because you got to cut two umbilical cords in your life. I mean, the first one is cut when you're a baby. You didn't have to do that. The doctor did it. And that was the umbilical cord to keep you feeding. The second one is that spiritual umbilical cord that's keeping you back and preventing you from becoming a man. You know, preventing you from reasoning like men. And men of the Lord, we reason with sound doctrine. Things must make sense spiritually for us, for them to make sense at all, because we have a spiritual concrete foundation. All right, that's been tested. And the longer you're being tested in this truth, the more concrete your foundation is. And the water for our apostles who is set up over us to watch over us and watch over our salvation, pretty much, and steer us in the ways and trains of thought. We we have committed ourselves through the Spirit of the Lord more wholeheartedly to this word. So 1 Corinthians 14:20 says, "Brethren, be not children in understanding." Be not children in understanding. So that means you got to use your brain. You got to break away from what is anti-understanding, which is emotions. Your emotions that was taught by your mother, more than likely, because society today, when the women are raising the boys, you're not taught to have any understanding. You're not taught to think about things first. You're taught to react to things instead. Instead of being proactive, you're reactive. These all hold you back. This is what a carnal mind is all about: reacting and not thinking anything through. It says, "Howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be ye men." So in all wickedness we are children because we're unlearned. Meaning we stop committing our lives to evil and the doings of evil and the finding out of different ways of evil. Instead, we commit ourselves now to the understanding that men have, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible. Now let's go to 1 Corinthians 13:11. These are all scriptures that I found typing in maturity. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child." See, that's expected of children, to do, act, talk, think like children. Paul said, "But when I became a man, I put away childish things." And unless you're around iron and being sharpened by iron, which is other men in the faith, you're not going to be encouraged to use your mind. You're not going to be encouraged to think before you react. You're not going to be encouraged to get out there on your own. You're going to be like the majority of people, males out here, who pretty much just want to leech off of mama, and you're going to be a mama's boy from now, forever. Every advice or understanding about men or manhood you ever got is from your mama. And you're completely brainwashed. And so the majority of our young Israelite men end up locked up or dead because they haven't learned how to reason and understand like men. They haven't yet put away childish things. And you're supposed to be turning a man. Your manhood begins at 12 and develops all the way into your late 20s. By 30, 31, 32, 33, you begin to actually know what this world is all about. But prior to that, you get a sense of it, especially if you're a part of the fold. So putting away childish things is very important. It was important enough for Paul to speak about it. Ephesians 4:14 says that we henceforth be no more children. Let me select this right here. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive. So spiritual maturity is also knowing when somebody's tricking you, lying to you, teaching you something false, being cunning. And the fact that Paul says sleight of men means they're very crafty at how they deceive and lie. It's not that obvious to the untrained eye. And so you have to become mature in this truth and stand upon a solid foundation, or else you could be tossed to and fro like a child. See, a child can be deceived very easily. That's why you have to watch children. But as you mature and you become a man, you don't need supervision as much anymore. And then sooner or later, you don't need it at all. You're able to supervise yourself and others. And that's the goal here, is to become so grounded in our faith that we're unshakable, we're unmovable. We have enough faith that every wayward wind of doctrine is not going to knock us over and knock us out. And that comes with time, it comes with practice, it comes with experience, it comes with patience. Verse 15 says, but speaking the truth in love may grow up into him all things, which is the head, even Yahushua. So everything we love and everything we appreciate is given to us by Yahushua, who ordained us to be men in the midst of, children, to be sheep in the midst of wolves. A lot riding on the line here, and only a man can understand how important it is to wake up to what we've woken up to. Hebrews 5:12, I'll read this. For when the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh. We don't want to be like men that have to relearn this truth. You don't want to have to go back a few grades. You had, even in school, grade school, if somebody get held back, they're an idiot. If somebody get sent back to a lower grade, you might as well drop out. You're the talk of the town. You're the class clown. You're the fool. You don't want to be like a fool that somebody has to teach you again what you already learned. So, therefore, you got to hold on to what you learned. And that's manhood right there, 101. Not forgetting, but growing forward, not going backwards, going forward. It says, ye had need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as had need of milk and not of strong meat. So the babies, newcomers, they eat the milk, they drink the milk. And as you get older, babies turn from milk to meat. And that's the more stronger, more hard to understand scriptures. For every one that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he's a babe. And so, stepping more into manliness, you're learning more, you're getting a greater understanding. You're able to take on deeper things. You're able to take on harder breakdowns. You're able to break down words even deeper and get deeper meaning. Like I said, a lot of this comes with time, patience, and experience. But this, I mainly wanted to focus on, the fact that a lot of us was raised either effeminate, flat out, emotional, hormonal, like our mothers that raised us. And so, as you get older, one of the beauties of living longer as a male is you're supposed to see yourself cut that second umbilical cord, which is your carnal mind state that you had as a child, that you develop in this wicked world. And you start coming into that manhood, which that's what the Lord requires. That faith, that patience, that endurance, that spirit that if all else fails, I'm still going to stand strong. I'm still going to have my integrity. If people start coming against you, you're going to stand strong. You're not going to be like the seed that was sown by the wayside. When these offenses start to come, when people start turning on you, you're not going to be easily rattled. When things don't go your way, you're not going to be easily shaken to and fro, because you got the mental fortitude and sound mind that men of the Lord is going to have in these end times. Especially in these end times, because the time of Jacob's trouble, mark of the beast, a lot of things you're going to need your integrity and your faith is the only thing that's going to get you through. So a man that's emotional, a man that's, overly effeminate, you're not going to be able to turn down, and deny the flesh. You're going to give in. And so through the Spirit of the Lord, all the elect, they're going to have some type of sound spiritual fortitude that the Lord's going to bestow on us. So we're not going to be able to take the mark, and we're going to be able to deny, evil and stand strong. So, Lord, when this video was edifying, till next time, Shalom.